From San Francisco to Sydney, from coral reefs to Golden Coast, 2 races set off on the adventure of a lifetime. 4 flights, 3 cities, 2 weeks, no pit stops, no prize money, just 2 slightly jet-lagged nomads chasing wonder across Australia. They began in Sydney, where the race was never solo, guided by their local allies, the Venturina family, masters of the backstreets and brunch spots. Together, they explored the rocks, wandered past the ferries of Circular Quay, and stood beneath the sails of the Opera House, where the journey truly felt real. They trekked through the Royal Botanic Gardens, stared up at the Calyx, and hiked the rugged coast from Clovelly to Bondi, every step fueled by flat whites and laughter. They crossed harbours by ferry, celebrated birthdays at Darling Harbour, and learned that in Sydney, there's always another view worth chasing. Next came Cairns, tropical and untamed. They dove into the Great Barrier Reef, gliding above coral cities, alive with colour. They climbed through the Kuranda Mountains, learned ancient skills at the Pamagiri Aboriginal experience, and followed winding roads into the wild heart of Daintree Rainforest. They spotted crocodiles on the Daintree River, wandered the Marja Boardwalk, stood at Cape Tribulation, and found peace at Mossman Gorge, before taking one last breathtaking drone flight above Rex Lookout. Then came the Gold Coast, where skyscrapers shimmer beside the sea. They checked into the JW Marriott, floated in lagoons, and watched sunset spill across Sky Point Observation Deck. But downtime doesn't last. The hinterland was calling. Tambourine Mountain, Curtis Falls, Springbrook, Natural Bridge, waterfalls, rainforest, and the sweet victory of drone footage at last. They conquered the Gallery Rock and its fudge, feasted at Usok Filipino restaurant, and somehow still found brain power for an escape room, which they won, of course. At Currumbin Wildlife Sanctuary, they finally met the locals, sleepy koalas, bold kangaroos, and one emu who nearly stole the show. They hiked Burleigh Head National Park, strolled Surfers Paradise, and when the whale-watching winds cancelled their plans, they just laughed, because that's what racers do. By the final leg, the odometer told its own story. They'd flown 27,420 miles, trekked 18 miles on foot, and lived 14 nights and 13 unforgettable days chasing the extraordinary. And then, the finish line, Sydney Harbour Bridge, 134 metres above the water. Hearts pounding, cities shining, and waiting at the end, Kai and Andre, the reunion crew cheering at the finish line, proof that every race is better when it ends with family. They may have started as travellers, but they finished as legends of their own amazing race, guided by friends, driven by curiosity, and bonded by every challenge along the way. Because the real destination wasn't a place. It was the feeling of being alive, together, halfway around the world. The race is over, but the adventure, that never ends.